Back in my day, when I was a young lad, a young chap, a young nigga, every single time on the weekends I used to have a cycle of waking up, taking a shower, eating, watching cable TV, then eating again, then shitting, then watching more cable TV, and then I eat again, and then watch even more TV before it was time to go to bed. And almost every weekend it'd be the same cycle over and over again. My life was pretty typical as a 12-year-old sped that had no responsibilities. My favorite thing to do out of that cycle was to eat food, you know, like that I liked at least, you know. I was a picky ass nigga when it came to food at the time, but at the same time I was still eating a lot because that period was where I started going through puberty. And everybody know that when you start going through puberty, you start eating like crazy, nigga. Like, at least if you're a man. Like, nigga, I was eating chips, drinking soda, eating candy, eating a bunch of cereal during the morning, and even as my dinner. Oh my god, and eating a bunch of eggs, my nigga. Like fried eggs, like any sort of egg in any combination. Like, and my farts would stink like shit, I swear to god. And also, whenever my mom or dad made certain African dishes, I gobbled that shit up like it was a Lego emoji, bro. Like, it was crazy. I'm surprised I ain't turned into Rod Wave after all that. But it's crazy because during that period of time, I was eating so much food that I got to the point where I was like, damn. Eating a normal typical snack or eating a normal typical food was getting boring. So then, ladies and gentle niggas, this is where I started to experiment. This is where I started my spendness, boys. This is where I started weird food combinations. I was and still am a weird ass nigga, bruh. I was experimenting with combining different types of foods like I was a scientist in some sort of biochemical laboratory. I was Dexter, but the black and bald version, bruh. Like, bro, the first thing that I came up with was peanut butter, cheese, and a salami sandwich with a glass of milk on the side. I called it the Macho Chacho. Don't ask about the name, it was a random name, bruh. Like, the saltiness from the peanut butter, the slight sweetness of salami and bread with the American cheese to complement it was a masterpiece, bruh, I swear to god. Like, the first time I made it and I tried it, as I was chewing it, I was just like, damn, that shit is so good. I had to spit that shit back out and try it for a second time. While I was eating it, I also dipped my sandwich in my cup of hot milk and then I ate it as it was soggy, bro. Like, it was weird as shit, but like, it was so good, bro. Like, I also remember eating that dollar store bologna meat with American cheese on a hamburger bun, and for some reason I called it a Krabby Patty as well, you know, because I was so in love with SpongeBob at the time. You know, I'm still in love with it now, but you know, I was just like, I don't know, why not, why shouldn't I do that? But like, yeah, that shit was good as fuck. But when it comes to that bologna stuff, it is some ass cheeks now, bro. Like, I don't know, man, that joint tastes like you eating possum neck. Like, you'll never see me eating that again. Another thing I started doing was putting some plain white bread on a plate, right? And then putting some syrup on the joint. And I ate that shit for breakfast, bro. Like, bread with syrup on top was the bomb. Especially if you didn't know how to make pancakes, or you didn't have the ingredients for it, or you were just a lazy ass bitch. Like, bread and syrup was the way to go. I then went to adding other toppings like whipped cream and peanut butter and bananas and chocolate syrup to spice it up, you know. But like, the main thing was just bread, and that shit was the bomb for real. But then it all came to an end because one day I put too much syrup on my bread and I had a mean ass stomach ache for like the whole day. I was literally shitting out poop water, bruh. Poop water. I was shitting out chocolate milk, but it didn't taste or smell like chocolate milk. And then from that point I was just like, fuck this shit, I'm never doing this bitch again. This is a small one, but who else takes a slice of square bread and uses it for hot dogs, bruh? Like, I did that shit whenever I had no hot dog buns, bro. I still do that now too, cuh. Like, it's weird because, like, nigga, whenever I'd have the hot dog meat to make hot dogs, I'd never have the hot dog bread. And whenever I did have the hot dog bread, I'd never have the hot dog meat. God damn, that shit was annoying. Since we're talking about hot dogs, Kraft mac and cheese. Y'all remember Kraft mac and cheese, right? So you would take Kraft mac and cheese and mix it with the hot dogs, bro. Like, I swear I'm about to nut. Oh, that was crazy good. That shit was crack, bro. Like, they would have to arrest me for after eating that shit because I swear that shit was crack. Bro, you know what I also remember? I remember making peanut butter sandwiches with the bread toasted and then having a hot bowl of sugary 2% milk and cutting up the sandwich into pieces and putting it in the milk and letting it sog up and then eating it like it was soup, bruh. Like, that shit was so bomb, on god. Like, y'all probably think I'm crazier than a bitch right now, but like, bro, the bread was soggy but at the same time a little crunchy because of the toasted bread along with that peanut butter flavor. Like, god damn, that was good. I swear to God, I was gay for peanut butter at the time, bro. Peanut butter was the way to go for a lot of the things that I ate in the morning. I don't eat it as much though now, but like at the time I was going ham with it. Like literally, I was going ham with it. No, bro, like literally, nigga, I took ham and put peanut butter on it and ate it. Another weird food combo that I did, right, was cornflakes with chocolate milk and salt. I still do that now too. Like, who would have thought that plain cornflakes and chocolate milk would be such a good food combo, along with the added salt. Like, I like cornflakes on their own, but with some sweet chocolatey milk, it was even better, my nigga. Then from there, I started combining chocolate milk with so many other plain cereals. Like, I'm talking about Rice Krispies, Cheerios, Life, Kellogg's K, and Etika. What else? Oh yeah, beans on toast, that shit's fucking delicious. Pasta and ranch, that shit is fucking top notch. Tortilla chips with ice cream, nigga. The saltiness from the chips and the sweetness from the ice cream is top notch, man. Y'all have to try that out, bro. Oh god. Another thing that I remembered when I was going through my sped phase was that I was in love with sushi, bro. Like, I used to watch a lot of sushi videos as well on YouTube. Like when people were preparing the ingredients to make the sushi and actually making the sushi using some sort of bamboo material and all that. And I wanted to do that too because it looked really cool to do, but I didn't have the materials for it, and I wasn't really fond of having to go to the market to buy the specific tools needed for it because I felt that would have been a little too complicated, and I was just a lazy bitch, and I was a broke bitch too. So what I decided to do was use some of the foods I already had in my house to make the sushi. Well, quote unquote sushi. The only thing that they had that I had as well was rice, because you know we eat a lot of rice as Africans, right? So you know how you need to use the seaweed as the base for the sushi? What I did was take a loaf of bread and I fisted it. Like, I fisted the fuck up my bread until it flattened to the point where it was like paper. Something that they used that I had as well was rice, like I said earlier. So I put the rice on the joint and I flattened it like they did. Then you know how you use like raw fish or shrimp to make the joint along with vegetables and such? Yeah, I ain't have all that either. So I took the next best thing, which was beans and chicken from my fridge, and put it all on top of the rice. And then they started wrapping it, and I was like, bruh, they ain't gonna put sauce on this shit because this shit finna be dry. Like, weren't you supposed to put sauce in sushi? But yeah, I was like, fuck that. Then I got me my giant branded hot sauce and some ranch, you know, because, you know, I love ranch. And I doused the fuck out of my sushi with them sauces. I was moisturizing them joints, bruh. And then afterwards, when it came to rolling the sushi, they used some sort of bamboo material thing to roll it. And of course, you already know my dumbass ain't have all that either. So I then just decided to roll it with my hands, bruh. My natural, God-given, dark-ass motherfucking hands. And after I rolled it, this was where the finalization of the sushi process began. So basically, you had to cut the sushi into little hockey pucks, bruh, and it was so satisfying. Like, and whenever they would cut into their sushi, it looked so beautiful and cool looking, bruh. And after cutting into mine, not gonna lie, it looked pretty shitty. But when I ate this shit, it was a match made in heaven, oh god. Like, that shit was so wet from all that sauce I done put on it. It was as if I turned the sushi on or some shit. Like, I was confused as to why niggas don't eat it with any sauce in it. But I guess that's them. But I'm me. If they wanted to eat a dry ass piece of the Sahara Desert, then so be it. But yeah, my homemade version of sushi was another weird ass food combo that I enjoyed so much, bruh. Some may even argue that my version of sushi was better than theirs. But yeah, that's pretty much all my weird childhood food combos. This was a video that was so cool to make, like, the nostalgia I got from this video was bussin', not gonna lie. Like, if y'all got any weird food combos y'all did as a kid, then let me know in the comments so I can flame your ass. Now, if y'all excuse me, I'm finna go break my leg now. I just like to say, you guys, thank you guys so much for the support recently that's been happening on the channel. We're about to hit 2K very soon. When we do hit 2K, I'll be making a video specifically on that, so just stay tuned, you know. But like, you know, I really do appreciate it. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all are part of Leg Gang for life, bro. On God, Leg Gang, nigga, Leg Gang, nigga, Leg Gang, nigga, Leg Gang, nigga. Real trap shit. Oh yeah. Also, follow my Instagram for the best meme page in the world. We post some quality memes over there. You already know. You'll be dying over there. Like, I have the best memes of all time. So yeah, check that out, or not. I don't really care. Real
trap shit.